Shalom, Sister Kate here, doing the things on prep day, getting ready for a very busy weekend with a Shabbat service and then a day of helping someone in need. And you know that yesterday we drove out to the Rock to visit Brother Chris and his family and drop off some goats to them. So we're having a really busy weekend. And I had to go shopping, so I went to my local Wally World. And yes, I know it's not the best place to go, etc. And what struck me as I went from my very rural location to a much bigger place was how many homeless people there are. And I get it. In our area, we do have a lot of homeless because, the temperatures are not as extreme. There's a joke about North Dakota, minus 30 keeps the riffraff out. But it's true. If you're homeless, if you're having a hard time making ends meet, a warmer climate is friendlier. It's not as difficult to do your basic survival if you're in more moderate temperatures. So that's one factor. But another factor is Walmart is getting huge, and I mean, I took advantage of it when I was a Girl Scout leader, huge in the fundraising, allowing people who are doing fundraising to use the Walmart premises to set up their booths and, ask for money. Well, today was a very special day because school is coming up, and so there were, I think there were 5 different vendors at this Walmart, all raising money. There was a school bus for the Christian radio station for people to donate school supplies. There was a police organization that was looking for people to donate school supplies. I'm sure for, kids in foster care and gift packs for children whose parents may be incarcerated, and little, rucksacks that have basic things for their children if they end up going into foster care and so on. There was a worldwide organization selling tamales to support whatever, their organization. I'm not sure if they rescue third world people or what. Then there were multiple, I'd say at least 20 homeless people in and around the Walmart at the lights and in the parking lot with their signs and their, not a lot of people had dogs today, but many of them had like rucksacks or a bicycle or a shopping cart with their stuff in it. There was one lady inside for sure who was just pushing a cart around. And I don't know if she was shoplifting or if it was things she already owned and just put in the shopping cart and was walking around. But she's in air conditioning and fairly safe, off the street, so to speak. So she was wandering around inside the store. And what struck me was how different, at least my perception, how different society has become from those days when people in America were just go-getters and accomplishing things and, capable of going over to Europe and rescuing Europe from the Axis powers, Germany and Italy and Japan during World War II. I mean, we didn't just rescue people in England. We had troops go to Africa, to Germany, Poland, Russia, Japan, Malaysia, the Philippines. And we had Americans all over the world in harsh conditions fighting against totalitarian governments and beat them. Without America's intervention, Europe would have fallen. Without America's intervention, arguably, Asia would have fallen. Without American intervention, Africa would have fallen. So, America saved the world. And then, fast forward, 60 plus years from that war to now, and the people I saw today who were homeless and begging were definitely within the age range of their very productive years. Meaning I didn't see a whole lot of people my age and older out there begging, and I didn't see anyone who looked disabled. I saw young people, probably between the ages of 20 and 50, begging. Multiples, couples. And I thought the same thing that Pastor Joe has kind of, when he sees homeless people, that person should be having a job. And if that person can't have a job, then their family should be supporting them. Say, this person may have a mental illness. There's mental illness facilities, there's help out there, there's medical help they can get. They don't have to live on the street. And if they choose to live on the street, well then they've made their choice. But it just seems such a strange turn of events that we go from a country. I mean, my own parents didn't go to college, but they worked and provided for their family. And when my father passed away, my mom worked. So it just seems very strange that we go from a society where people, it would be shameful to be out on the street begging. My father-in-law says he would work 3 jobs before he would do something like that. He would work delivering pizzas and clerking at, McDonald's and whatever else, cleaning office buildings before he would ever ask for help from anybody else. To people who are just in the prime of their life, out there sitting, begging every day. So then we can argue, well, maybe they're addicted. What's addiction? Because I've told you many times before that the human brain is very flexible. You do not have to stay in any situation that requires your brain power if you don't want to. If you smoke, you can quit smoking. I don't care how addictive they say the substance is. If your brain, if you decide you're done smoking, you're done smoking. And people do it all the time. So what is addiction? The things that most people are addicted to that make them incapable of functioning are things that they use to escape from reality. Well, I'm not that sympathetic to people who want to escape from reality on a daily basis so badly that now they're asking me to support their withdrawal from reality. I don't think I should have to do that. I don't think the reason I do what I do and my husband earns what he earns and does what he does and the work he did 20 years for the military, I don't think we did that so that we could allow that person over there who doesn't want to face reality to just withdraw from reality. I don't think that's our job. That's their choice. The other part of that, or another point for that, is come on now, Sister Kay, can you remember the point you were thinking of? We don't want to support their escapism. Oh, who shops at Walmart's? By and large, who shops at Walmart's? Not normally rich people. Rich people have their own way of shopping, or they have other people shop for them, but I've seen where they shop, and it's not Walmart. It's, exclusive, organic, expensive stores that sell imported foods like caviar and all that stuff. The middle class and the lower class are who shop at Walmart, and that's who all this gimme, gimme, gimme stuff is being aimed at. If I wanted to, I could have supported 5 different organizations and 20 different homeless people today, if I wanted to. But are those guys at those really expensive stores in those really expensive malls with their handouts? And is there, Dillard's, and I know there's probably even more, Calvin Klein stores and whatever stores. Are there homeless people outside of those stores with their hands out? No. Because rich people, with their riches, use their influence to make sure there are no people like that where they shop. And no one's allowed to come to them and say, gimme, 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 gimme. So there's something there. A already burdened middle class that has, 25% of our income taxed by the federal government is now being asked to even give more at your local store. I think it's too much, and I think it's by design. All right, thanks for coming along with me today. Hope you have a wonderful Shabbat. Bless you. Shalom.